The House will come to order. This morning, the pledge will be said by Eloise Tripp, Rosie, and Hank Ordelheide from Slavin School in Denver, Colorado, guests of Representative Jackson.
Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Randall, please call the roll. Great job.
Representatives Arndt, Baisley, Benavides, Byrd, Bockenfeld, excused, Buck, Buckner, Puente, Caravale, Representative Caravale. Excused. Carver, Catlin, Champion, Coleman, Cutter, Duran, Escar, Escar, excused. Exum, excused. Froelich, Garnett, Geithner, Gonzalez Gutierrez, Gray, Herod, Holtorf, Hooten, Hooten, excused. Humphrey, Jackson, Representative Caraveo is present. Hawkes Lewis, Hawkes Lewis, excused. Kennedy, Kennedy, excused. Kip, Kraft-Tharp, Landgraf, excused. Larson, Liston, Lontine, McCluskey, McKean, McLaughlin, Melton, Melton, excused. Michelson Janae, Mullica, Representative Melton is present. Mullica, excused. Neville,
My Obama voice, is that okay? Okay, sounds good.
Neville, excused. Belton, Ransom, Rich, Roberts, Roberts, excused. Sane, Sane, excused. Sandridge, Sandridge, excused. Singer, Sirota, Snyder, Soper, Sullivan, Tipper, Tipper, excused. Titone, Valdez A, Valdez D, Van Winkle, Van Winkle, excused. Weissman. Will. Williams. Williams. Excused. Wilson.
Just like that.
Woodrow. Young. Madam Speaker.
Here. With 49 present and 16 excused, we have a quorum. Members, it's a little loud in here. Representative Coleman.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that the Journal of Wednesday, February 12th, 2020, be approved as corrected by the chief clerk. And I don't want any foolishness. Let me be clear. I want a straight answer. I need a yes and not a no, because yes, we can.
Members, you've heard President Obama make a motion to approve the Journal. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Excellent, excellent. The motion passes. Representative Valdez.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It's an honor to serve with you.
It's an honor to serve with you.
Members, we have a tribute here today for Adams State University. And if Adams State could please stand up from the students.
And members, we have a tribute, so please be quiet in the chamber.
The House of Representatives convened in the 72nd General Assembly hereby extends sincere commendations to Adams State University. Adams State University has been serving students from southern Colorado and around the state since its founding in 1921 as Adams State Normal School. Colorado legislator and later Governor Billy Adams worked tirelessly to get Adams State off the ground with the goal of educating teachers for schools in rural areas such as the San Luis Valley. With the guidance of renowned presidents Dr. Fred Plakey and Dr. John Marvel, Adams State saw enrollment increase from 349 students in 1950 to 2,000 students in 1965. Currently, under the direction of President Dr. Cheryl Lovell and an esteemed board of directors, Adams State offers one of the lowest tuition rates in the state, 16 majors and 30 minors, with an enrollment of 3,055 students. After 99 years of growth and change, Adams State is still grounded in their original mission of providing students with an exceptional education and personalized attention that allows them to succeed. The Colorado House of Representatives recognizes Adams State University for their tradition of excellence and extends our congratulations for 99 years of success. On request of Representative Donald Valdez, given this 13th day of February 2020, State Capitol in Denver.
Representative Valdez.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And members, Adams State is here today to be recognized on the behalf of the higher education that they continue to serve in Colorado, especially southern Colorado and the San Luis Valley, my alma mater. And it is an honor to have President Dr. Cheryl Lovell here also with the Board of Trustees, the staff, but most importantly, the students. The students who will make Adams State University, and we thank you. Let's give them a round of applause.
Representative Duran.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And members, you are invited to attend the 2020 Children's Caucus Lunch Session to hear presentations from those currently working to help children and youth whose lives have been impacted by abuse, neglect, trauma, and instability. So the next meeting is today, actually, during lunch from 12 to 1. And the topic of discussion will be Foster Youth Transition Program Preparing for Adulthood. So we'd love to see you all there. Thank you.
Representative Larson.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Colleagues, I'm here as a reminder that today is the Realtors Day, and the Capitol Luncheon featuring J.J. Ament and Patty Silverstein will be speaking about why housing matters and employers and Initiative 122 that would limit growth in Colorado. The event is at the Sheraton Hotel at the Grand Ballroom from 11:30 till 1 p.m. today.
Representative Gonzalez Gutierrez.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members, I just want to recognize again Reverend Brad Laurvig. He's one of my constituents, but he is also a Denver School Board member. So if we could welcome Director Laurvig and Reverend.
Representative Jackson.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Energy and Environment Committee, we have 4 bills up upon adjournment. Should go pretty quick. 1215, 1167, 1155, and 1185. Be there.
Representative McLaughlin.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Education Committee, we only have 1 bill up today, 1135. 1231 has been postponed, so be there on time and we can leave on time. Thank you.
Representative Singer.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today is Bingo Day at the Capitol. So, all right, it is also illegal at a bingo hall to call out bingo unless you have it, but that'll be another question for another day to talk about. But you can say it here as much as you want because it is Bingo Day. So the Colorado Bingo Association represents nonprofit licensees. So I think this is so important for people to understand it's only nonprofits that can run bingos and raffles and enjoy your bags courtesy of the CCBA today. And I look forward to filling out some cards with all of you.
Representative Herod.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Finance Committee, we will be meeting upon adjournment today. Please go down right away. We have 4 bills that we will hear, 1217, 1069, 1043, and 1120. Also, at the approval of the Majority Leader, I will be absent February 21st, 28th, and March 13th.
Representative Kennedy.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The State Veterans and Military Affairs Committee is meeting this afternoon at 1:30 in the old Supreme Court chamber to hear 7 bills. House Bill 1144, 1063, 1111, 1114, 1273, 1272, and 1033. In anticipation of large crowds, we are expecting to use the Old State Library as an overflow room if necessary. I also know the sergeants and our chief clerk have been working on a system to make sure that everyone who wants to be heard is heard, so we may be cycling people in and out based on which bill they're there to testify on. So 1:30 Old Supreme Court. See you there.
Representative Weissman.
Thank you and good morning, Madam Speaker. Judiciary Committee also has 7 bills this afternoon. We will be in our usual room, 112 at 1:30. The calendar is as follows. House Bill 1229, House Bill 1147, which is back for action only. Senate Bill 37, House Bill 1228, House Bill 1241, House Bill 1268, Senate Bill 62. Be ready to work. Thank you.
Any other? Representative Kipp and Cutter.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Good morning, members. We would like to remind you all that tomorrow, February 14th, is not only Valentine's Day, but it is
Women's suffrage, the 100th anniversary. So, go ahead.
Women will have had the right to vote for 100 years tomorrow. This is a big deal.
So please join us in wearing white to commemorate that. Ladies, did y'all hear? Wear white tomorrow.
What color are y'all wearing tomorrow?
White.
Thank you.
Any other announcements or introductions? That brings us Representative McKean and Buck.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I bring you this fiscal note. Oh, no, that's not what we're doing. So, good morning, folks. I guess I should ask, does anybody in the chamber have an issue if I turn this button on? Because I do worry that it might cause a problem. We are here this morning to introduce some of the leaders in our communities. And so we have NOCO leadership here today, and that is Leadership Level and Leadership Fort Collins. We'd like to welcome you all to your house and remind people that it is February 13th, so if you have not determined what you're doing for Valentine's Day, you might want to get on the stick. But you too could, if you played your cards right, have a button like this that is blindingly a message of love.
Representative Buck.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
That's where you want to go with that. love for our communities.
Love for our communities, absolutely what Representative McKean says. I just want to thank them all for being here today. If you see their tags, leadership, you might be seeing your next representative because we have outstanding leaders in this group, and please give them a warm welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. Any other announcements or introductions? Representative Kennedy.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I forgot I'm supposed to make one more announcement. Folks, the Public Investment Caucus is back, so if you don't have lunch plans today, come to HCR 109 at noon today. We're going to be getting a presentation from the Colorado Fiscal Institute about tax policy in Colorado and enterprises. So noon today, and let me know if you want a box lunch.
Any other announcements? That brings us to third reading of bills, final passage. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1262. Oh, Majority Leader Garnett.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to lay over House Bill 1262 till the end of the third reading calendar.
Seeing no objection, House Bill 1262 will be laid over till the end of the third reading calendar. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1087.
House Bill 1087 by Representatives Will and Arndt, also Senators Donovan and Rankin, concerning the enforcement of laws administered by the Division of Parks and Wildlife, connection therewith modifying Parks and Wildlife statutes to correct vague and contradictory provisions of law and to remove obsolete provisions of law.
Majority Leader Garnett.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1087 on third reading and final passage.
The question before us is the passage of House Bill 1087 on third reading and final passage. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Randall, please open the machine and members, please vote. Buck, Liston, McKean, Melton, Ransom, Sane. Please close the machine. With 58 ayes, 0 noes, and 7 excused, House Bill 1087 is passed. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1030, Majority Leader Garnett.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to lay over House Bill 1031 till Tuesday, February 18th.
Seeing no objection, House Bill 1031 will be laid over until Tuesday, February 18th at the request of the Majority Leader. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1029.
House Bill 1029 by Representative Pelton, House Senator Heisey, concerning the authority of an elected county officer to elect to receive a lower salary than the amount provided for by law.
Majority Leader Garnett.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1029 on third reading and final passage.
The question before us is the passage of House Bill 1029 on third reading and final passage. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Randall, please open the machine and members, please vote. Gonzalez Gutierrez. Please close the machine. With 55 aye votes, 4 no votes, 6 excused, House Bill 1029 is passed. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1062.
House Bill 1062 by Representative McLaughlin, all Senator Quorum, concerning clarifications of the Colorado Student Free Expression Law.
Majority Leader Garnett.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1062 on third reading and final passage.
The question before us is the passage of House Bill 1062 on third reading and final passage. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Randall, please open the machine and members, please vote. Please close the machine. With With 59 aye votes, 0 no votes, and 6 excused, House Bill 1062 is passed. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. That brings us back to House Bill 1262. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1262.
House Bill 1262 by Representatives Eskar and McCluskey, all Senators Moreno and Zenzinger, concerning money appropriated for housing assistance for persons transitioning from the criminal or juvenile justice system.
Majority Leader. I'll say it very slowly. Representative Jaquez Lewis is present.
The sponsor is walking in, Madam Speaker. She's here.
Does anyone have a joke? What did the 0 say to the 8?
What?
Nice belt. You can tell I have a 3rd grader. Okay. Okay, Majority Leader Garnett.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Representative Eskar is present. I move for the passage of House Bill 1262 on 3rd reading and final passage.
The question before us is the passage of House Bill 1262 on 3rd reading and final passage. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Randall, please open the machine and members, please vote. Catlin McKean, please close the machine. With 51 aye votes, 10 no votes, and 4 excused, House Bill 1262 is passed. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Majority Leader Garnett.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to lay over the balance of the calendar until Friday, February 14th.
Seeing no objection, the balance of the calendar will be laid over till Friday, February 14th. That brings us to announcements and introductions. Any announcements and introductions? Representative Eskar.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I just want to remind folks that we will have appropriations tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. and I can read the entire list of bills, but they're also in your calendar. Double check to make sure that you do or do not have one on there. We'll see you in the morning.
Representative Singer.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members of the Children's Caucus, which by the way is all of you, in case you didn't know, we have a group of foster youth coming to the Capitol today in House Committee Room 107 from noon to 1 o'clock. I also hear there's free lunch, but there's no such thing as a free lunch. You get to listen to foster youth at the same time. So we'll see you at House Committee Room 107, 12 to 1 p.m. today, and get ready to hear some great stories about how we can help our youth transitioning out of our foster care system.
Representative Michelson-Jeannet.
Members, we have a whole bunch of fabulous young men and women up in the gallery up there. If you are part of the Boy Scouts, will you please stand up? And we have youth from all over the state who are learning from us and watching us, so please know their eyes are upon us.
Thank you for joining us today. Representative Herod.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members of the Finance Committee, we will be meeting at 10 o'clock sharp.
Representative Byrd.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And colleagues, I hope you'll join me in welcoming the City of Westminster. I hope they'll stand up so we can give them a warm hello. One of our City Council members, city staff. They do great work to make sure that the people of Westminster have an incredible place to live, work, and recreate. So thank you for coming and watching our work here at the Capitol today.
Representative Roberts.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members of the Rural Affair and Agriculture Committee, we are meeting upon adjournment, but we will also start at 10 o'clock, so you have a little bit of time, but we're over in LSBA. We have 3 bills, House Bill 1157, Senate Bill 69, and House Bill 1097, 10 o'clock, LSBA.
Representative Holtorf.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. This morning, the counties and commissioners acting together collectively came together at the Capitol. This particular organization is counties and individual commissioners across Colorado working to provide something very important, a unified, nonpartisan, and independent voice at the state House. Collectively, they represent all the region of the state and the diversity of issues facing every corner of Colorado. So as the rural legislature, I would like to encourage us to have that same spirit of unification, nonpartisanship, and a voice that protects the entire state all across from west to east. Thank you.
Representative Kipp. And Arndt. And Buck. And McKean.
Oh, and Will?
And Perry Will.
And Will.
And Perry Will.
So today we welcome the Northern Colorado Leadership Group. There's 2 leadership groups. There's Fort Collins and Loveland, and they've combined together to come and spend a day at the Capitol. These are people interested, community-minded people interested in participating in our democracy, and we're so grateful that they're here and for their interest in what we're doing.
Representative Kipp.
Thank you all for being here today. We really appreciate you braving the traffic on I-25 to get here.
Thank you for joining us today from Northern Colorado. Oh, anyone else?
Thank you.
Representative
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And real quickly, I just have to recognize Ann Hutchinson for doing this every year. You do a great job. Hope to see you down here someday. Thank you, ma'am.
Any other announcements? Members, we're going to read reports of committees of reference, but you're free to leave. Mr. Randall, please read the reports of committees of reference.
Committee on Business Affairs and Labor. After consideration, the merits of the committee recommends the following. House Bill 1137 be amended as follows, and as so many for the Committee on Appropriations favorable recommendation. House Bill 1154 be referred favorably to the Committee on Appropriations. House Bill 1182 be referred to the Committee hold favorable recommendation. House Bill 1205 be referred to the Committee hold favorable recommendation. Committee on Public Health Care and Human Services are going to cherish the merits of the agreement as following. House Bill 1017 be amended as follows, and as so many be referred to the Committee on Appropriations favorable recommendation. Committee on Transportation and Local Government have cherished the merits of the agreement as following. House Bill 1164 be amended as follows, and as so many be referred to the Committee hold favorable recommendation. House Bill 1173 be amended as follows, and as so many be referred to the Committee hold favorable recommendation. House Bill 1207 be referred to the Committee on Finance. Senate Bill 17 be referred to the Committee hold favorable recommendation.
Assistant Majority Leader Kennedy.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move the House stand in recess until later today.
Seeing no objection, the House will be in recess till later today.